Hello, this is Matt on the Moon Lambo channel. Got a piece from CoinDesk titled Arrington XRP backs funds $200 million raise for Algorand blockchain. So Arrington's got a piece of this, and I'll be sharing that particular story with you. I've also got a piece from CoinDesk titled, it's another bad news story. Crypto jacking virus infects 850,000 servers. Hackers on the run with millions. A lot of bad people out there today. Before we get going, if you would please delicately tap that like button. And if you are a fan of Ripple and XRP, go ahead and subscribe to the Moon Lambo channel. It's the prudent thing to do. And the piece begins. Algo Capital, an investment firm exclusively focusing on the Algorand blockchain ecosystem founded by the MIT professor Silvio Micali, has raised $200 million for a new fund dubbed Algo VC Fund. The company said in an announcement on Tuesday that those who committed include investors like Neo Blockchain's NGC Ventures, TechCrunch founders Arrington XRP Capital, and T0 investor 1111 Ventures, among others. Though set up as an independent entity separate from the Algorand Foundation and Algorand LLC, which oversee the development of the Algorand blockchain, Algo Capital invests exclusively on projects within the Algorand economy. The firm said the fund will focus on projects that are building applications and infrastructure on Algorand to accelerate the adoption of the blockchain's native cryptocurrency Algo as a means of payment. And here's a quote. Our investment approach specifically targets companies that are creating the next great blockchain applications and infrastructure solutions, and as a result, helping to speed blockchain adoption and bring millions of new users into the Algorand network. Algo Capital's founder and managing partner, Arul Murugan, said in the statement. And I want to say, given that I am not an XRP maximalist, I want to see a thriving crypto asset class, a thriving blockchain industry. And I think it's probably safe to say that Michael Arrington, creator of Arrington XRP Capital, and again, founder of TechCrunch, I believe that he probably feels the same way. And he has stated quite publicly, XRP is an excellent means of moving money, and he's got his hands in all sorts of different things, though, and not that all projects out there will work. I mean, I always kind of like to compare it to just kind of run a parallel conceptually between, the internet in the mid-90s, maybe leading up to around the year 2000, somewhere there about all sorts of interesting concepts, some completely bombed, some just weren't ready because there wasn't necessary internet bandwidth to even make it possible. Imagine trying to stream Netflix in 1995 with like a 56K dial-up modem. I don't think that would really fly, right? And so sometimes you just need technology to advance before you can do things like that. But in terms of adoption, I like to see this out here. And I understand specifically, as far as it pertains to the investment, it's not that XRP were specifically using this. I just find it quite genuinely fascinating. Anything Michael Arrington does, because he is very bullish on XRP, and I know it's not the largest holding that he has, but again, it's an excellent way to move money, really the best way to move money. Such is the case, to such an extent that, think about it, Michael Arrington named his entity Arrington XRP Capital, so probably not planning to change that anytime soon. And everything, all the transactions, it's all denominated in XRP, which is just amazing to me. And so the reason things like this are exciting to me, even if XRP wasn't specifically used as far as the funding for any portion of this, as you see the ecosystem built out, and you see players like Arrington XRP Capital continue to find success in the crypto space, in the world of blockchain, XRP can continue to be used to move money around the world in a very speedy fashion. And Michael Arrington has been very public about this. He's actually using it. And the more entities that realize this, the more has to be taken out of the system. The less there is to trade on exchanges. And you can imagine what that does to buying and selling pressure. It has to do with availability of XRP. It's just simple supply and demand. So I think it's cool stuff. Anyway, the piece continues. The firm added, it received all commitments to the fund in the Algo crypto, which will be the primary method for all capital calls. An undisclosed portion of its capital investments are also comprised of algo to let portfolio companies use the cryptocurrency as a means of payment. The fund's launch comes months after the Algorand Foundation raised around $60 million via an auction. In October last year, the project raised $62 million in a private sale. Based on data from CoinMarketCap, the algo crypto is traded at about 50 cents as of press time, down 80% since June when it was first launched for trading. And so brand new stuff. And look, I'm not going to speak on whether or not this is a good project, this or that. But look, from my perspective, and I think this is worth saying because I don't think I've said it enough on the channel. I've mentioned it from time to time, and I do believe it. I really want to see a thriving crypto asset class. I want more winners that are not XRP. Of course, I want XRP to be a winner, no question. That's the to be honest, the only cryptocurrency that I'm particularly excited in today, because it's actually being used, and it is the only cryptocurrency on the entire planet being used in the commercial production of anything. So yes, it's amazing in my mind, and light years ahead of anything else in terms of actual adoption. Even though we want to see more entities using XRapid and a blend of Xcurrent and XRapid, really, as far as Ripple is positioning XRP to be used. Of course, we want all that, and we believe that will ultimately help price. And of course, I'm completely on board. I want other winners too, though, and I think that's a good thing. I think that's a very healthy position to have. And plus, I just think it's unhealthy to be a maximalist of any coin, because you know what that always stems from is ideology. If you're a maximalist of any coin, it almost 100% of the time, from everything I've seen, especially on Twitter, it comes from Bitcoin maximalist or just ideology. It doesn't have to be Bitcoin. That's just the most prevalent maximalism that I see. But yeah, absolutely, I am not a fan of that type of thinking. So we'll see. It's an exciting space to follow. Anyway, next piece here, and this is titled, again, Crypto Jacking Virus Infects 850,000 Servers, Hackers on the Run with Millions. A French authority shut down a botnet army responsible for crypto jacking thousands of computers across 140 countries. Yesterday, French cybersecurity officials dubbed cyber gendarmes announced the disabling of a botnet force 850,000 servers strong, operating mostly in Latin America. The botnet head was located in France and was inoculating computers with Monero cryptojacking software, according to a BBC report. A malicious form of computer predation, cryptojacking involves remotely and secretly installing crypto mining software onto computers. Infected computers bear electrical and maintenance costs while hackers walk away with the crypto. That's some evil stuff. Not cool, guys. Anyway, the virus was first spotted by private firm Avast in the spring. An email promising money or erotic images linked to the virus, and in certain cases infected USB drives also carried the virus. While the number of machines infected is known, the amount stolen is not. Official estimates run into the millions of euros, with the culprits still on the run. French officials tracked the head pirate server to, I'm not going to say, Ile-de-France. The server has been in operation since 2016, utilizing the Reddit virus to cryptojack computers, along with stealing personal data from Israeli hospitals, among other nefarious acts. Over the next 6 months, French officials shut down the server while moving the virus to unused parts of the web. You got to stay vigilant out there. And when you see stuff like this is just another one of those examples. It's another one of those things that regulators can point to, saying, "Man, crypto's evil," this and that. Yeah, it's not that there's inherently something wrong with crypto. It's that bad people can do bad things with just about anything. You know, I bet bad guys out there could find bad things to do with plastic spoons. I'm just saying. Anyway, the piece continues. Basically, we managed to detect where the command server, the control tower of the network of the infected computers, the botnet, said Jean-Dominique Nolet to France Interradio, head of the Center for Combating Digital Crime, C3N. It was copied, replicated with a server of ours, and made to do things that allowed the virus to be idle on the victim's computers, he continued. While the large achievement for the French authorities, Nolet warned, rebooting the hack was nearly as easy as a copy and paste command. Unfortunately, we know they can recreate this kind of hacker server at any time, he said. Earlier this month, Data analysis company Carbon Black released a study on another Monero botnet force infecting some 500,000 servers operating across Eastern Europe and parts of Asia. So there you go, another story from Moon Lambo. People are bad. They're no darn good. I don't think all people are bad. There's going to be bad actors in any space. That's the truth of the matter. It doesn't matter what group you're a part of. If it's big enough, there's going to be at least someone that is bad. So there you go, though. You can tell me what you think below. I am not a financial advisor. Do not buy or sell anything because of anything that I say or write. That would be a very, very, very bad idea. Until next time, to the Moon Lambo!